Good evening and welcome to a splatterific episode of the McMuscles Midnight Massacre. Splatterific, do you like that?
My goodness. My good. Okay, I'm gonna take these off.
My goodness.
Cute, but, yeah.
And your 50s look tonight.
And my 50s look for this 80s movie that's not an 80s movie because it was in the 90s.
I thought it was an 80s movie.
Yeah,
I thought it took place
everything about it screamed 80s trying to be 50s.
And that's because that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Dead Alive or Brain Dead or I don't know why it has so many titles. Is pretty much a cult classic. A lot of people kind of know about it. Like, I don't think it's like a main, like it's not like Halloween or The Exorcist.
I was so
It's
confused.
not trying to be, but
because I thought I had seen it, and I think what it was is because I thought the cover of the DVD was something else.
the cover of the DVD is someone
like that, and
stretching
I've
their
always
mouth
seen
open.
it, and I think I got it confused with either Body Snatchers or
something.
Demon Knight something. So I'm like, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
And then put it on, I'm like, I had not seen it.
You certainly didn't see it when well, we'll get to it, but there's like a moment early on in this movie where you're like, oh, okay. But Dead Alive is one of Peter Jackson's splatter movies that he made early in his career. And this is the type of stuff that some movie executives looked at and said, that's the guy that's going to do all three Lord of the Rings movies. This fucking guy.
Talent.
He's got talent.
He's got something.
But yeah,
Army issues, probably.
I think probably a lot of New Zealand people have to take care of their old mommies.
Well, I mean, Europeans
Mams.
have to also. There's no
Mams.
excuse. Their mums. I don't know.
But yeah. Dead Alive. I watched this maybe 15 years ago when DVD first came out, and I'm like, oh yeah, Dead Alive, I've heard so much about this, whatever. And I watched it, I'm like, huh, okay.
Did you like it though?
I think so.
Maybe 15 years ago, I would have liked it. I'd have been all tough, all like, yeah, like gory, gross out, grossies. But now I was just like,
This is like
it's not.
This is like Peter Jackson saw The Evil Dead and said, I can do better than that. I can push that more.
Yeah.
But basically it stars every man, and every guy relatable dude. What's his name?
Timothy Baum, or that's the actor's
actor's
name?
I forget.
That's the actor's name.
Kyle, whatever.
Well, I know Paquita Sanchez with
Yeah.
the bad hair, so I got the bad hair on.
He takes care of his
Lionel Cosgrove.
Lionel. Takes
mom.
care of his old overbearing mom. Meanwhile,
Who doesn't need taking care of.
not
anyways.
really. She kind of ruins his life at every opportunity she can. But before we get ahead there, evil something is in a rat monkey in Skull Island, predating Peter Jackson's movie King Kong that has Skull Island.
I mean, it's a
Funnily
cool name for an
enough,
island.
it is.
You gotta give it that.
There's a bunch of natives that don't want this New Zealand anthro and
Over-the-top caricatures of natives you could only get away with
they're
in
like, please
1992.
don't take this weird rat monkey. It has a disease or something. And they're like, no,
Like it's evil, it's a demon. Whatever
please
the
don't
fuck.
take it. And of course he takes it. And he meets very early end, but it gets shipped off to New Zealand anyway.
Yeah, like Wellington Zoo or something like that.
Somewhere around then.
Welly Potts. I don't know his names.
Paquita, who is the love interest of the film, is told by her grandmother, mother,
Her grandma.
with tarot cards that you're gonna get love by going with a weirdo.
You're gonna find a love that has like death surrounding him or something like that, and she holds on to this. And this bitch is a ride or die like I've never seen in my life. She's in kept it 100 the whole time. She gets put through some shit, and at the end of the day, she's like, "You're the one for me.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of me."
So she meets Kyle, and she's like, "This guy's a dork." But then she's like, "Oh wait, he's the guy that the ancient prophecy
The signs.
said." So I'm gonna just madly fall in love with him,
stick with him
right now. So of course they take a trip to the
zoo. They all go to the zoo.
And they all go because his overbearing mom wants to spy on the date.
That's like just
hilarious.
Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, mama's boys like this are just the worst and not attractive. But then on the other hand, you have to, like, the guys gotta respect their mamas. So there's this line of like what's acceptable. Like, you cannot be that much of a mama's boy, but you cannot like being asked to your mom.
No matter how old you are, you have to listen to your parents.
Yeah. So, I mean...
So he tries to do the right thing, which is his mom is trying to spy on him. Gets bitten by the radioactive, whatever it is.
Whatever.
Skull monkey rat.
Or no. Stop motion.
Stop motion.
Stop motion.
There's no CGI at this time, or Peter Jackson couldn't afford it. And they stop motion, pretty hilarious stop motion, this monkey rat thing. And it bites her, and then she comes down with an illness.
Well, she also smushes it to death.
Yeah, pretty gross. She would be arrested for that.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
People care more about gross monkey rats.
Animal rat things. And he just stops the date, says, sorry, my mom, I can't. Ooh.
And she's like, I want that. Paquita was still like...
I love that guy.
But that's neither here nor there. It's not... Paquita did nothing wrong.
Okay? Yeah, but she still sticks with him. Is like, oh, I'm going to keep dating this guy no matter what. And he's like, this is so awkward. My mom, and she's dying due to this bite. And then the mom slowly turns into a zombie. And then everyone else starts turning slowly into zombies. So let's cut right to the part that I was like, you're really not into. It's like we don't understand why Lyle, he wants to keep these zombies secret.
Yeah, he wants to lie to everyone, hold them captive. And if it was just his mom, I could understand. But like random nurse, biker you just met, demon baby, priest, he has this little payaso posse.
Weird family,
and
almost.
He goes to a Nazi for like tranquilizers, and he's
sedating
them. He's not murdering them.
This takes place in the 50s, so of course there's a doctor
secret Nazi.
He's a secret Nazi, but he's not really, because I thought this was hilarious. It's like he just has a torn lab coat, and of course he's wearing like a swastika under the.
But he is really gross though, so he was disgusting. And he wasn't even a zombie, he was just gross.
He's just gross. Because he figures out that these, even though they're zombies, but they're not really, no one ever says the words, I think someone yells zombie at some point, but it seems like they're just undead, like it really seemed like they're dead alive.
They're like
Evil Dead
like
style monsters.
Decomposing.
They're just decomposing evil
but they're not
things.
demons.
I don't know what
we don't know what they are, but if I thought I was squeamish with Drag Me to Hell, oh boy, was I in for a treat with this.
We'll talk about Drag Me to Hell specifically, because the one thing that this movie does, that Drag Me to Hell does, is immediately establish itself, is that it's an over-the-top, cartoony
yeah, exactly. Like, it's meant to be that. It was not being played straight, not for one second. And, like, it was what it was, and that's what makes it more acceptable, you know?
It just doesn't have that constant total fighting between what you want to be here.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's Evil Dead, Bruce Campbell vibes of campiness. This guy kind of pulls it off, okay?
He has so many dumb facial expressions.
He went to the Cage School of Acting, even though the timeline is off for that.
A little bit.
You know what I mean? Like, and it took that, and it was like, but we're gonna go to the most ridiculous of extremes in every instance we could think of.
So just like Drag Me to Hell, with a liquid being shot from some orifice,
eating gross stuff. At one point, there's an intestine demon who's like preening in a mirror, like taking selfies almost.
There's also a butthole.
Oh God, was that attached to it?
Yeah, you missed it. I think you were looking away.
Oh, it might have been.
But these zombies get out of control, as zombies tend to do. Everything starts getting infected, and there's a skeezy, like, horrible uncle for Lyle that's like, oh, your mom died, right? So I get the house, right? And then he just invites a bunch of, like, 50s teens to have a party.
To have a big shindig.
And all of these demons are, all these dead zombies, he put to sleep with amazing tranquilizer. For some reason, tranquilizer just works on them.
Tied them up. At one point, he wasn't even tying them up. He was just feeding them mac and cheese or whatever. But then at one point, like, he did start to actually tie them to, like, chairs in the basement.
They started to finally become a threat to him.
Because they started having sex, and then they had a weird baby, and then he took the baby to the park, and none of that made any sense.
All that scene. He takes this dead baby to the park, and he's like, oh, look, everything's normal. I have the baby in the stroller. Don't take the baby out.
Did it need air? Like, why would you... Were you trying to go scout out a new daycare? Like, what were you doing?
Peter Jackson said, I want to have a hilarious scene where he's doing dumb shit with the baby.
Yeah, again, because it's
that baby gets kicked around so much.
Yeah. They knock the shit out of this baby.
So right before this party happens, he decides, I'm going to get them with super tranquilizers so they'll just die. Because Paquita finally comes down there and she's like, what the hell is this? Is that your mom? And she's all melted by this point. And he's like, I just can't kill them. I don't know what to do. And she's like, you need to kill them.
Yeah.
So use super tranquilizer. This is poison.
Yeah.
Basically. And then he poisons them all. They look like they're dead. He buries them in the basement. And then he looks at the poison things and says, not for human consumption. This actually powers up humans. I don't understand what it says.
It was a super power up that he gave them just in time for the party. What could possibly go wrong?
So they all bust out, and it becomes a literal bloodbath.
Oh man, my God.
Where everyone dies in the most over-the-top ways possible. None of it was like mean. In the sense that it was always cartoony. It was always like that you kind of laugh at it. You're disgusted a little bit, but it's mostly like a laugh. Or a lot. There's some gross stuff, but it all looks so fake. I distinctly remember seeing wires holding things up. Like they couldn't hide it any better than that, and there was no CGI, of course.
Print it, ship it, it's fine.
First take, that's all we need. So it becomes a literal bloodbath. Like I said, the uncle starts trying to get all like, hey, Paquita, like you're a girl in the 50s, and I'm an overbearing dude, so he, for some reason, gets to kill a lot of zombies and kind of be a hero for a minute. But fortunately, he gets his just desserts.
Because you knew he was gonna. They built him up to be like this guy that you want to see like eat it super bad.
Yeah, so they're not going to kill him right off.
Yeah.
But Lyle, Kyle, whatever. For the last 5 minutes, he stops bumbling into killing things, and then finally gets this lawnmower out. Yeah. And so it says like a cheesy line. He says it's game over. Or
I don't know. It's basically his chainsaw arm.
Yes, but it's a lot lamer.
It's his moment.
And he just starts pulping all the zombies in a scene that we can't even do justice with. Paquita gets her moment of killing a lot of zombies too. She gets
that's the thing. She's just ride or die.
And it needs to be seen, this final bloodbath.
I mean, apparently
anything that can happen. And it does.
All bets are off.
Party's over.
And then just kind of the mom comes back. We're not even going to talk about that, but the mom comes back and there's an epic showdown. Again, it doesn't need to be seen, but you should probably see it if you're interested.
But then you can never unsee it.
It's pretty bad. How did this man get more work after this point? I don't know.
Oh no!
Because movie executives would be like, well, what else have you done? And he'd be like, I didn't do anything. I have no work to my name.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Not too many years after this, he directed Michael J. Fox in the movie The Frighteners, which had a lot of CG. Early 1996 CG.
Yeah, Frighteners not bad.
Yeah, I remember that being cool. It had a great poster where it was like a monster face coming through a wall and it was like being stretched on it. It was really neat. I saw The Frighteners in theaters. I just was really hyped for that in 96. I don't know. But Dead Alive is not available on Netflix. I don't think it's on
it should be available anywhere. We found an old DVD I had lying around.
I think your papa had it.
My dad again. Shout out.
He had that lying around.
Yeah, he just has.
He loves that genre, you know.
No, but
Dead or Alive is special. It's definitely a unique film. It has a very zany New Zealand-esque vibe about it. I would recommend seeing it once, and maybe that's it. I don't know.
Never talking about it again. After this video, I'm gonna pretend like this never happened.
It's probably good to invite friends over and maybe get a little drunk. Not too drunk because you might throw up, but
no. Oh my gosh.
That.
If I ever made any of my friends watch this,
oh well, no, most of
they
your
wouldn't
friends,
do it.
No.
They wouldn't do it.
But yeah, I was still entertained watching it again. I still laughed.
It was entertaining.
At certain parts.
It was entertaining.
That's Dead Alive.
Yeah.
So that concludes another McMuscles Midnight Massacre. Please stay tuned tomorrow night. We're in the home stretch.
Yeah.
We're past the month.
We're doing it.
And if you look in what's coming out in October in theaters, you can probably understand we're gonna have a glut of slasher movies that really pay homage to the month of October. It's Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween, guys.
So look forward to that, and we'll see you tomorrow night back in the Massacre. Oh, it's so gross.
Ugh. Make it stop. Thanks, I hate it.